Welcome back to another explainer. Today, we are doing a complete, no-holds-barred teardown of the Utkarsh Eternal Credit Card. Look, if you're hunting for some clarity in a sea of confusing financial products, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to look at the raw numbers, the sneaky fine print, and the actual real-world value of this specific card. Let's figure out if it actually deserves a spot in your wallet or if it's a hard pass. Here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet the card. Then, we'll decode the fees and charges, see how you earn rewards, look at the unique FD-backed option, check the eligibility rules, and finally, wrap it up with our verdict.
All right, Section 1, Meet the Card. Let's look at its positioning in Target User.
Okay, so what exactly is this card? The core identity of the Utkarsh Eternal is actually super clear. It's a totally no-nonsense, cashback-focused piece of plastic. It's not trying to distract you with, luxury airport lounge access or flashy golf privileges. Nope. Instead, it's targeted squarely at pragmatic, existing Utkarsh small finance bank customers who just want straightforward value on their everyday spending. It's basically a utility tool for your daily shopping. Now, the immediate hook of this card, and it's a really good one, is how easy it is to get started. There is absolutely zero joining fee, and your entire first year is completely free of any annual charges. That zero barrier entry is awesome because it basically lets you test drive the card for a full 12 months without dropping a single rupee up front.
Moving on to Section 2, Decoding Fees and Charges, the real cost.
So, from year 2 onwards, the card does carry a renewal fee of 1,999 rupees plus the standard 18% GST. But wait for it, this is entirely waived if you hit a spend threshold of 1.5 lakh rupees in the previous year. To put that into perspective, that's exactly 12,500 rupees of spending a month. Honestly, if you're using this as your main card for groceries, utilities, and just normal daily shopping, hitting that threshold is incredibly doable for most people. It effectively turns this into a lifetime free card if you stay consistent.
Now here's where we really need to pay attention to the balance of costs. The standard management stuff, getting e-statements, setting your spend limits online, paying bills, all completely free. But the penalty charges are kind of brutal. If you miss a payment, boom, that's a flat 500 rupees late fee tacked right onto your interest. Lose your card and need a replacement? That's another 500 rupees. And please, whatever you do, do not use this for a cash advance at an ATM. If you do, you're hit with a massive 5% fee or 500 rupees, whichever is higher, like instantly.
And we've got to talk about that high interest rate we just saw, because it's absolutely crucial. Just to banish the financial jargon for a second, an APR, or annual percentage rate, is just the yearly interest you're going to pay if you don't clear your full balance by the due date. This card charges up to 3% a month. That compounds to a hefty 36% APR. Yeah, if you carry a balance, this card is going to get very expensive very fast.
All right, let's look at the fun stuff. In Section 3, earning your cashback rewards, flat rates, and fuel.
The main way you earn with this card is wonderfully simple. It's just a flat 1.25% cashback on all eligible transactions. You don't have to memorize complicated categories, and there are no rotating bonus calendars to track. But honestly, the absolute best part is the redemption process. The cashback is automatically credited straight to your card account. No logging into clunky portals, zero manual redemption required, and absolutely no redemption fees. You spend, you earn, and it automatically shrinks your next bill. It doesn't get much easier than that.
Plus, you get a 1% fuel surcharge waiver to help take the sting out of filling up your tank. But definitely watch out for the strict parameters here. This waiver only kicks in on fuel transactions that fall between 400 and 5,000 rupees. So if you're just topping off a motorbike for $100 or filling up a massive SUV for over 5,000 in a single swipe, you won't get the waiver on those specific transactions.
Next up, Section 4, the FD-backed card option, building credit. Now what if you don't actually qualify for the standard unsecured card? Well, you can secure this card by opening a fixed deposit of at least 25,000 rupees with Utkarsh Bank. That deposit basically acts as collateral. In return, boom, you instantly get 100% of that FD amount as your credit limit. This is a brilliant little tool because your original money stays in the bank, happily earning interest for you, while your responsible daily use of the credit card passively builds your CIBIL score. And as we know, that's India's primary credit rating metric.
So who actually gets to hold this card? Let's check out Section 5, Eligibility and Requirements.
When it comes to age limits, there's a distinct split based on the type of card you're going for. For the standard unsecured card, you've got to be at least 21 years old.
But interestingly enough, the FD-backed option drops that minimum age requirement all the way down to 18, which makes total sense, right? Because the bank holds your fixed deposit as security, they can safely extend credit to younger adults, like college students, who are just dipping their toes into the financial waters.
But here is the ultimate gatekeeper you really need to be aware of. You must be an Indian resident, and you absolutely must be an existing customer with an active account at Utkarsh Small Finance Bank. Doesn't matter if it's a savings account, a current account, an FD, or a loan, that existing relationship is non-negotiable. Actually, scratch that. You can't even just apply on a public web page. Eligible customers will get a pre-approved or pre-qualified application link sent straight to their registered email, so it's pretty exclusive in that regard.
All right, bringing it all together in Section 6. Final pros and cons, the verdict.
Let's look at the balanced ledger. On the plus side, we're looking at a highly accessible card with a free first year, a genuinely respectable flat 1.25% auto-credited cashback rate, and that fantastic fixed deposit option if you need to build credit. Plus, waiving that ongoing fee takes just $12,500 of monthly spending. But all of that is heavily counterbalanced by some aggressive penalty fees on the con side. If you slip up, you are staring down a massive 36% APR, flat $500 late fees, and punishing cash advance charges. So, as we wrap up this explainer, the ultimate question you've got to ask yourself is this: are you a truly disciplined full balance payer? Look, if you pay your bill completely and on time every single month, you're going to effortlessly harvest that 1.25% cashback and entirely bypass the fees. But if you have a habit of carrying a balance, that 36% interest trap is going to wipe out any rewards you've earned in a heartbeat. It's a solid tool, but for sure, only if you use it with absolute financial discipline. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope this deep dive gave you the clarity you need.